want to kind of pivot off this fact to a kind of a different story, and it's in Kenya. It's protesters angered by tax hikes storms Kenya's parliament. At least 22 killed. In Kenya, at least 22 people have been killed and dozens more injured as nationwide protests intensify against a highly unpopular tax hike. Kenyan lawmakers approved the bill Tuesday as police fired live rounds, rubber bullets, and tear gas at thousands of protesters who stormed Kenya's parliament in Nairobi, angered by the measures, which would skyrocket the cost of goods and services in Kenya to help pay off billions in foreign debt, including the International Monetary Fund and World Bank. Demonstrations also continue in other parts of Kenya. These protesters are in the coastal cities of Mombasa. So I think that this has a lot to do. Like, these things are kind of almost intertwined, in a sense, because I feel like right now in Kenya, they're wanting their president out. They're almost calling for him to get out of office. I mean, and this is right after he's kind of made an agreement with us to go into Haiti and send in Kenyan troops into Haiti.
Yeah, they just arrived there yesterday, I believe it was, because they're waiting to meet up with the gangsters.
Yeah, and so
freedom fighters. I'm not going to call them gangs.
Yeah, absolutely, that's correct.
Exactly what they are.
If you kind of look at these things, it's almost like an Arab Spring. The Arab Spring is something happened in 2011 where Twitter was a big part of a lot of Arab countries, Northern Africa and Middle Eastern countries, kind of rising up against their governments and kind of trying to overthrow their governments during that time. This is when a part of when Libya was actually overthrown. This is when Gaddafi was murdered by America during that time. I think Tunisia, a lot of other countries like that, they started rising up against. This is why Twitter became so unpopular with large countries like China and Russia. It was like, we don't want Twitter here. Fuck that. Get it out of here. Because Americans we were using that as a vehicle to kind of spread freedom kind of information, but who knows, disinformation or whatever it was. I feel like this is almost something that's happening now with this Kenyan thing here, because you look at what happened in Burkina Faso, Mali, and I think it was Niger.
Yeah.
France pretty much, those are all former French colonies. Russia came in pretty much, helped the warlords, or I won't even say warlords, the juntas, drive out the French who had been there for years, colonizing this place, basically stealing all the natural resources, making them sell the natural resources for under market price to them because they had deals set up there. Kick them out of there. Now all of a sudden you have this going on in Kenya when America has close ties with Kenya.
Yeah,
it just seems like this is because China is also pushing on them to pay them back their money. Kenya to pay
and
them
that's probably why they sent the Kenyan troops to Haiti. They're like, France is like, hey, get in there.
Part of the deal.
We kind of want that back.
Or even Kenya looking at America like, hey, we owe you money. I'm saying, can you help us out with this international monetary thing? Give us some money so we can pay off this stuff. We'll run cover for you guys in Haiti.
Yeah.
Send over some people who look like you ain't gonna be able to tell. You send over some Kenyan troops over into Haiti. You only gonna be able to tell by their suits. You won't be able to tell by their skin color. You send in some American troops over there. It's gonna look like Europe is attacking, another a Haitian, a black country, and that is not going to look good in the election year. So I just feel like there's something really big kind of going over here in Haiti. And I know that, it doesn't seem like it, but that's like I think we have a base in Haiti. We have troops in Haiti. Not Haiti, excuse me, in Kenya. And so I feel like it's a big thing. They're trying to basically they're trying to make it so that America has no presence in Africa, and that would be disastrous because Africa is one of the fastest growing continents, and it's already bad for us over in Asia right now because they got the BRICS nations and they got Malaysia just joined the BRICS. Everyone's all the countries that will be the wealthiest countries going forward are all becoming part of the BRICS countries.
They're tired of getting punked by America and their sanctions. Once they can get away from that, it's gonna the goods coming in from other countries. The price of the brick going up.
It's pretty much goods coming in from it's pretty much countries of color that are kind of teaming up together. The only one there's not is Russia. Russia's like the odd man out when it came to this. They're like kind of like one of the little homies who like, okay, we let him kick it with us.
Yeah, like why is it's like why is that white guy with all the color folks? Because he crazy.
You know what I mean? And so this I really want us to kind of pay attention to that as a whole.
Yeah, I have